Hello guys, and today we're going to be talking FC26 leaks. I'm just going to tell you about some of the ones, that seem like they are happening, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And I also welcome you guys to let me know your opinion on what we're about to discuss in the comments down below. Let me know whether you're hyped for FC26. I'm low-key very looking forward to it. It's seeming like it's going to be a lot better. But leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Let's get into it. Let's go. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JambooUK for 8% off. Okay, so let's pick a leak to start. I think this is actually official. FUT Champs Playoffs is being removed. Now, my opinion on this is it's probably a good one. I think playoffs for a long time, it's just been a bit gimmicky. Like, it's not... I remember first hearing about the Champs playoffs years and years ago, when they were talking about it. And what I always had it in my head is, it would be a cool competition where there was actually a little bit of pressure on the line. And I guess for some people it is, like if you struggle to get in, but the vast majority of people just fly through the playoffs. And now we're even at the point, obviously, where one win gets you through out of 5 games. It's just a waste of time. The rewards are garbage. Ultimately, everyone should probably have access to FUT Champs. I do believe in like qualification systems and stuff, and I guess earning your level and your right to play in a certain thing. I do believe in that stuff, but I think for something like Champs, where not so much this year, but generally speaking, it's pretty casual. Everyone should probably have access. There is obviously 2 FUT Champs modes now. One for, I believe it's Division 6 and lower, or it might be Division 4, and then one for everybody else. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the matchmaking. But, Champs playoffs, we will be waving goodbye to that, and it's not the end of the world at all, is it? Let's be honest. Another thing that EA are apparently doing is there's going to be Rivals objectives now. I think this is pretty refreshing because Rivals as a mode, in my opinion, is just so boring. Like, at least in the current setup, the only thing it's good for is playing against people at a similar level. But for everybody, that's not the case because you obviously have a lot of people that are relegating themselves and keeping themselves, in divisions where they shouldn't be and stuff like that. What the league apparently is that EA are going to be giving you, like, set objectives. So, for example, score 5 goals with La Liga players, and this stuff pushes you closer towards your champs points and also your rewards, milestones, and stuff like that. And I think that's cool. I think EA they've always sort of neglected more fun stuff, and to be fair to them, they tried. Like, you remember when they did the themed FUT Champions, where you had to use certain nations or whatever it was? I love that stuff, but apparently a lot of people in the community hated it. But to have some sort of themed objective thing in Rivals, which is completely optional as well, I think it's a cool thing to do. Should be, it could make for some good content as well. Apparently, FUT Draft rewards have been buffed a lot, which is so needed, by the way, because that game mode, it is an actual disgrace. Like, when you think about it, it was introduced, and the idea in principle, by the way, of draft, I think is fantastic. The idea that you put together a team, randomly selected players, like, it ticks all the boxes for a fun mode. The issue has been, you can literally, and I've done this many times, by the way, you can pay 15,000 coins to enter a draft. You can win the draft and end up losing money. Like, it cannot happen. I don't know what the solution is or what they're going to do to the rewards. A bare minimum thing, in my opinion, should be like if you win the draft, you should get a draft token guaranteed so you can just re-enter and replay it. But it'll be interesting to see like what the actual rewards are. If they make FUT Draft like an actual grindable mode where you can sit there and make coins, especially if you're getting good results, that will change the game for sure. You've also got the new mode that's come into FUT, which is called Gauntlet, which seems like pretty similar to draft in a way, but apparently it's up to 5 matches, and it's gonna, as far as I'm aware, give you a squad, which will change from game to game, and you have to just, you know, win as many as you can out of 5. That's what I gather. Sounds cool on paper. My initial thought and my initial worry is that it's just going to be another foot draft, which is, you know, it's essentially been a waste of time for years, and they just seem, you know, to not really want to do much with it. But hopefully, you know, I mean, I'm welcoming any fresh mode, because I think this game has been stale for the absolute longest time. So if they can do something with that, you know, that would definitely be pretty cool. The welcome backpacks are returning as well. If you are a club member of FC, you're actually getting more rewards as well. They're finally bringing in goalkeeper evos, which a lot of you guys I know will like. There's going to be repeatable evolutions as well, and you can choose to actually keep card designs rather than it changing like to a set evo one or whatever, which for some people, I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, but for some people, I know they will really like that. The thing that I really wanted to talk about, EA, please, on the off chance that you're watching this video, which I know you're not, do not do this, man. The rumoured report is that if you quit out of enough games, there's going to be timeouts and punishments. Now, I am so against this. It is crazy. It benefits nobody from either side to be in a game where you're getting battered and you don't want to be in it. If I'm winning 6-0 and the person puts their pad down to not quit, he's not enjoying himself because he's stuck in the game, and I'm not enjoying myself because I'm bored there stuck in the game with him. The game's over. Just let people leave. Genuinely, I don't know whether you guys think I'm crazy for this. I think leaving a game that is clearly over should actually be encouraged. Like, I'm a big believer in implementing something like Rematch did with a mercy rule. In my opinion, if at any point in a game there's like a 5-goal swing, I think the game should just end and a win and a loss should be awarded. That is my opinion. It would stop all this rubber banding. You wouldn't be able to rubber band and put your pad down anymore, because if someone scored that 5th goal to go 5 in the lead, the game would end. So it would, you either sit there and play, which is absolutely fine. If you want to stay in a game and play, that doesn't annoy me as much. It's when people waste 15 minutes of your time putting a pad down, and I'm just so scared, you know, to the lengths people are going to go. If EA are actually putting in punishments for quitting games, to me that sounds, it just sounds terrible, man. You cannot do it. And I think EA do have it in their head that they don't want people quitting because they're doing all these objectives, you know, where you play a certain amount of champs and you can't leave and you get player picks and stuff. I don't understand it. If you want to make people happy, allow them to leave a game. Award the person who's winning the win and just move on. Implement a mercy rule. Honestly, I promise you, the whole system would function so much better. It just really would. But let me know your opinion, guys. Maybe you think I'm absolutely crazy. You know, do let me know. I've just seen, actually, so the new champs mode, it is for Div 10 to Div 6, and it's like a second tier of champs. So I assume that it will have worse rewards and stuff. And really, the rewards need to be substantially worse, because if it's not, you're just going to have everybody sitting down there purposely not getting promoted in order to play an easier run of champs, which, I mean, I run a champ service. If that's the case, so be it. That's not how I want the game to go, just for my benefit, by the way. I think they need to nerf those rewards heavy to give you an incentive to get promoted and get into the higher champs. That is my opinion. And also the beta is apparently starting within the next week. So obviously they don't let us talk about that. I don't know why they don't ever do like an open beta, you know, where people can stream and stuff. I think that would be cool. But let me know your thoughts on what we've discussed today. I appreciate you guys. I'm so ready for the new game, man. I really am. I'm just done with FC25. Like, it is a chore to get on and play the game. It's so bad. It is just so bad. But guys, have a good rest of your day, and peace.